Tonight's message is going to be important. I'm going to get straight to the topic. It's going to be about Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Do not be afraid for what you are about to suffer. Behold, the devil will throw some of you into prison for 10 days. You will suffer tribulation, be faithful unto death." Now, I have two videos I'm going to share. And first of all, I want to say, because I don't want to get in any trouble from YouTube, I don't own the copyrights for this video. It's very important. This young lady was victimized through something she didn't do. I forget the lady's name. Long story short, she was plastered all over the internet for porn, but she did not commit this crime. This is the technology that this wicked elite have available at the snap of a fingertip. And let me say this real quick too before I show you this video, because I don't want any controversy. Now, it's coming from Candace Owens. I'm not here to debate with her and Kanye West what they did a few months ago about them wearing the White Lives Matter shirt. I'm not here to discuss that. I'm here to get straight to the point. And once again, guys, let's be adults here, okay? Just because someone that's a political figure or what have you, we may not share the same beliefs as them. But let's be honest, if they call a spade, and if they're being straight up and honest, let's take their word for it. But once again, I'm going to show you two videos. I'll probably break them down into two parts. And I'll give you my commentary real quick. Just give me 1 second so I can get this video loaded up. Give me 1 second.
Been talking recently a lot about artificial intelligence and what's coming up around the corner. We've been talking a lot about voices being used to say words and sentences that they never said, just being able to steal someone's voices and to create an entire conversation, and just making you aware, because you should be aware of how you might be being manipulated because of technology in the future. Well, something else has also been taking place. You may have heard the term deep fake. And what we are talking about is an artificial intelligence that's used to map someone's face onto someone else's body. So you take perhaps my face or someone else's face and you put it onto someone else's body, and you go, why would somebody want to do that? Well, because they want to make it seem as though that person actually said or did something that they didn't actually say or do, right? And this just recently came up, and I was so sad for this girl after watching the video, and I'm going to play it for you because I think it's important to hear her emotion in this. She is a Twitch streamer who goes by the username QT Cinderella. She is 28 years old, and somebody essentially created a deep fake of her in a porn scene. So you imagine you're 28 years old, you've never engaged in any type of porn, and people, I guess, want to see you in porn, they have fantasies about you, and some creator who has not yet been publicly named, and I do hope that he or she is publicly named, because people should shame this person, created a pornography scene of her. And she's positively devastated, because she should be positively devastated. And I want you to hear her and her public plea in her own words.
The one and only Adonis Creed, former heavyweight champion of the world.
Sorry about that stupid advertisement.
I walked away with some unfinished business. Me and Donnie, it was like brothers.
If you are able to look at women who are not selling themselves or benefiting off of being seen sexually, they're not benefiting, they're not selling it, they're not platforming it themselves. If you are able to look at that, you are the problem. You see women as an object. You should not be okay doing that. And it should not be a part of my job to have to pay money to get this stuff taken down. It should not be part of my job to be harassed, to see pictures of me nude spread around. It should not be something that is found on the internet. It shouldn't be. That shouldn't be a part of my job. And the fact that it is exhausting. And the person that made that website, I'm going to sue you. I promise you. With every part of my soul, I'm going to sue you. That's all I have to say. I know I shouldn't have gone live. But I got into it. I'm so exhausted, and I think you guys need to know what pain looks like, because this is it. This is what it looks like to feel violated. This is what it looks like to feel taken advantage of. This is what it looks like to see yourself naked against your will being spread all over the internet. This is what it looks like. That's it. That's all I have to say. Goodbye. I don't condone the behavior of anybody involved in this.
She's 100% right, and my heart breaks for her because this is the ultimate violation. I can't even imagine how she discovered this. I can't even imagine watching yourself in a porn scene that you never were in. And I can't even imagine knowing that somebody took the time to do this, how perverted, the sicko behind this, who did this to someone. And why it's important to talk about this is because this could be done to anyone, right? Someone could create a deep fake of your daughter, and they are a teenager, and they could put them on the internet, and you could see how dark this could go, especially in a society where we're fighting so much pedophilia. They could create a deep fake of somebody that's not even of age, and to think that this happened to her and she's going to now have to absorb whatever legal fees it is to try to get this taken off the internet. We don't know that it will be taken off the internet because this is a very gray area of law. So there are now growing calls for laws against deepfake technology, and
Okay, guys, that's the part one of the video. Excuse me if this is a little bit tacky. As far as me recording in the dark, I'm at work, trying to get this stuff to go perfectly. But back to the topic. That was sickening. I cannot believe some sicko put this girl on the internet, and she says, and I believe this because I've seen the video. In fact, on part two, it's going to be a little bit more interesting where Candace Owens shows a phone call from Joe Biden. Now, it was fake, but it's the point that this technology that they have to basically lie and create false crimes. Now, some may ask, now what does this have to do with the Bible? As I mentioned earlier, some of us believers of Yah, we could be good people, mind our own business, not doing any crimes. Now, listen to what this lady Candace Owens said. They can take our face, put it on another person's body, and actually have us committing crimes that we never did. And what we're going to say, oh, that wasn't me. Well, the technology is so advanced, it sounds like you, it looks exactly like you. Nobody's going to believe you. And whatever they got us doing on camera in the end times, if they want to throw some of us in prison for this, this is how some of us may go out. Now, I hope you guys learned something from this message. I have part two coming up with this Candace Owens video. And let me take a quick jab at the so-called elite here. You guys, I mean, what are you accomplishing from this? You're gonna throw people in prison for stuff they didn't do, and then you go home and laugh about it. I mean, what's the point? I mean, you guys need a life. Grow up. Once again, I feel sorry for that sister who was violated, and now she has to deal with this for the rest of her life. And good luck with her trying to. And just think about this. Everywhere that lady goes now, this is where she'll be remembered, all over Facebook, Twitter, and social media. And then she's trying to explain herself away. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. And the people are not going to believe her because the technology is so advanced. It's going to look like her in the act. And shame on the people who did this to this woman. I'm getting a little bit fired up, but I got part two coming up on the way. You guys take care. Don't forget, let's drink our water. Let's exercise. Read that Bible. Part two is on the way. You guys take care.